RTMZ, bringing y'all another video here. Today, I have my predictions. Going off this league that I'm in. It's just picking teams that are gonna win for the week. So yeah, I thought this would be like the best thing for me to track on. As you can see here, I have some picks through already that I did earlier in the week. There's still some that are still left empty because I wasn't too sure, like this one here and this game right here. But first and foremost, we're going to start off, of course, with the Eagles versus the Giants. Eagles and Giants, a divisional game. Eagles looking like NFC favorites as of right now. I want to say Super Bowl favorites. I feel like it's really just like their defense really getting it done. They lost their first game last week. Week before that, they had a major comeback against the Rams. You could probably say they should be maybe 3-2, but they clutched up against the Rams. And I mean, you can even say they should be 5-0 or even 4-1 still with the win over the Broncos this past week. So I'm expecting. Well, this is the thing about division games. Like, you can expect something to happen, even with the lopsided game as this, but we've seen the Giants beat the Eagles in recent history. Teams know each other so well. Brian Dable, Nick Sirianni, they know each other very well. Obviously, when you look at paper, Eagles are highly favored, but you never know. I was actually talking to some of my friends last night, and I was thinking maybe the Giants can possibly upset the Eagles, especially coming off a loss. But for the most part, I'm thinking Eagles should take care of business here. Next game, we have Broncos versus Jets. I believe this is being played in England. I believe it's an overseas game. Yeah, as you can see here, 6:30 a.m. So overseas game. I'm taking the Broncos, but I'm not expecting a blowout here, to be honest. The Jets have looked really good despite their record. Offense has been clicking. Justin Fields looks good on the field. Their defense kind of lackluster. But yeah, I'm taking the Broncos on this one. Or actually, let me go back. Sorry. Eagles, I'm predicting the score to be 27-14 probably. Maybe less. Maybe I'm giving too much praise to the Giants possibly because the Eagles defense does look phenomenal. But I don't have them, honestly, in the top 5 defenses, to be honest. But yeah, back to the Broncos versus Jets game. I'm predicting a close when it comes down to the wire. Thinking 2017 is the number that comes to my head. Denver probably clutch up on the defensive end against the Jets. But yeah. Next game, we have Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Steelers versus Browns. It's going to be a defensive-heavy game in my eyes. Maybe the Cleveland Browns can upset the Steelers, but I don't see it happening. I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers back there. Aaron Rodgers, you could say Father Time's getting the best of him right now, honestly, at 41 years old, about to go on 42, I think, later this year. But yeah, that defensive front on the Browns, I think, should be able to get to Aaron Rodgers. But you could say the same thing for the defensive front on the Steelers to get to. Dang, why am I blanking on his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. They just started him this past week. But yeah, I believe the defensive end should get to the quarterbacks on both respective teams. But I got Pittsburgh thinking very defensive heavy games, so probably 10-7, 14-10 around there, around that range. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game unless Aaron Rodgers can get the ball out. I know he's got Jalen Warren back this week. He's got DK on that team, Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith. I mean, he's got a lot of weapons on that offensive team, but it seems like it's not clicking just yet. Maybe it won't the whole season. Maybe it will, but who knows? Only time will tell, though. Colts versus Arizona. I got the Colts in this one. Colts look really good. Their defense looks good. Their offense looks good. Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones. I mean, I've always thought Daniel Jones wasn't a bad quarterback. I think he was just in a bad system. Just in a system that is still somewhat struggling in the New York Giants, as you can see. Um, but something about the Cardinals, like they're just not clicking. Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't been the player that he was even last season. I thought he would progress, especially adding 10 more pounds of muscle to himself, um, being better at those contested catches. And then on top of that, Kyler Murray is also dealing with a foot injury. But yeah, no, I got the Colts in this one. I think it's somewhat of a shootout. I don't really see. I mean, the Colts, they have like a good defense, but I wouldn't say it's up there though. Same thing with the Cardinals; they have a good defense, but I wouldn't say it's up there. It might not even be top 10 to be honest. But it's so weird ranking these defenses this year because there's a lot of good defenses this year. I mean, the Niners, Jacksonville, Rams, Chargers, Broncos. Even though, well, Broncos is kind of like a weird one. But there's Seattle, Packers, yeah. But those just like some of the top defenses in my eyes this year. But yeah, but yeah, I think this game I can see it going 27-20 in favor of the Colts. Yeah, 27-20 sounds about right to me. Chargers and Miami. I don't know what's going on in Miami. There's been recent controversy on if Mike McDaniel's okay. There's been interviews where he just looks out of it, honestly, to be quite frank. I've seen it myself, and I thought the same thing. I think Chargers bounce back with a W in Miami. Yeah, W in Miami. I don't think it'll be close, to be honest, but who knows? I know Darren Waller is dealing with an oblique injury, or so oblique or hip, one of the two. But he's dealing with the injury right now. But the Chargers running back room dealing with some injuries as well. Mario Hampton out, Najee Harris out, so they're gonna have to look to their third and fourth string, and maybe even practice squad to get the run game going. Justin Herbert, I think, will probably step it up in the run game. But yeah, I don't think this one will be close. I mean, the Chargers defense is pretty solid as well. But I'm thinking maybe somewhere around 24-14. I mean, sounds like it won't. It sounds like it would be kind of a close game, but I don't think it comes down to like they're going back and forth and somebody pulls away. I think it will be the Chargers getting up ahead early, and then Miami just getting some garbage time TDs, maybe field goals around there. So, but yeah, 27-4 or 24-14. I got Chargers. Cowboys and Panthers. This one was kind of weird for me too because the Cowboys defenses look lackluster. Panthers are gonna be the Panthers. But Panthers this year starting off 2-3, which nobody expected really. I still think Cowboys should take care of business, but you never know with the Panthers. They can come out. I want to say looking like a top team or even like a middle pack team, but they do for some reason have the weirdest upset potential. I don't think it'll be close, but it'll be somewhat of a shootout. Maybe come the beginning of third half, but I think Dallas will start to pick it up a little bit in the third and fourth quarter. But I think I got Dallas in this one. I believe CeeDee Lamb is coming back to practice. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm pretty sure. But even without CD, I mean, you got Jake Ferguson, George Pickens, Javonte Williams. They've been all doing their thing, and they've been filling that gap and while they miss CeeDee Lamb. So I think, honestly, maybe 30-14 Dallas, but who knows? It might be a little closer. It might not be. But yeah, 30-14 is what I got. Rams versus Baltimore. Now, this would have been a good game come 2-3 weeks ago, but with Lamar out and Derrick Henry with the fumbles and not rushing for more than 50 yards so far this week, and the Baltimore defense taking a steep drop in their defensive side of the field, I got Rams in this one. I mean, yeah, no Lamar right now. Yeah, Matthew Stafford, he's looking unreal. Honestly, MVP candidate probably. Devontae, Puka, they're all looking unreal. Kyren Williams, but Kyren Williams has a fumble issue as well. We saw him fumble the ball twice against my Niners. And Blake Corum had a fumble as well. But I still think they should take care of business. I don't think it'll be that crazy of a game. I mean, defense can all of a sudden click for the Ravens. But either way, I don't see Baltimore really scoring unless Derrick Henry just has a straight takeover, Tennessee Titans takeover game. But yeah, I think the this game should come down to maybe about 27-15. We'll get like a little weird score line. Yeah, 27-4 or 15. I got the Rams in this one. Now this one I'm very unsure of. I'm still not sure on this one. Both defenses are very very good. I believe that they're both these defenses have a top five defense in the league right now. The only thing I'm questionable about is, or on the Seahawks side at least, is Darnold going to be able to get the ball out quick enough, which I think he should, but you never know. I think he might try to target his tight ends more to open up AJ or not AJ, Jackson Smith and Jigba down the field maybe on a few catches. But it's all going to determine. It's all going to determine who can get the offensive going first for me. Like I said, defenses are both great. I know Greg Newsome just got sent to the Jaguars as well too. Huge pickup for the Jacksonville to buff up their defense. But yeah, I really don't know how to call this. I want to say Seattle, as much as I hate it being a Niner fan. I want to say it because only thing is Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, he looked good against the Chiefs, but there's just something about this. It's not reciting well with me. I guess I could say. I mean, he knows how to get the ball out, but Travis Hunter, I mean, he looks like he's starting to ramp it up a tiny bit. Brian Thomas, same thing with him. You got Travis Etienne, who's been carrying the load for the offense in my eyes. Even though Trevor Lawrence is not playing lackluster, but he's not playing good at all. He's right there in the middle. Sam Darnold is starting to pick it up in offensively, so I'm kind of leaning towards Seattle, but right now it's still up in the air. I got a few days to get this pick locked in, but I want to say Seattle, but I don't know. I'm just not sure, honestly, with this one. If it is Seattle, maybe 17-14. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game whatsoever. But if it's Jacksonville, then I probably the same score line, honestly. I mean, I don't see this game going any other way. It's not gonna be a shootout by any means. It's gonna be the exact opposite. I mean, it can even be a 10-7 game to be honest, and it comes down to a field goal at the very end, which it very much could. So, but I'm just not sure on this one. But those are my scores for that game. I'm not gonna throw a pick in yet, but I'm somewhat leading towards Seattle. New England Patriots versus the New Orleans Saints. I think the Patriots should take care of business. They got a huge W against the Bills just this past week. I think they're going to carry the momentum. Stephon Diggs is starting to ramp it up offensively. Drake May has looked really good. Ramondre Stevenson still having a fumble issue, but Travion Henderson, he's been picking up some of the carries and keeping some of that load off of Ramondre Stevenson, and same thing vice versa for Ramondre Stevenson to Trayvon Henderson. But this is another kind of weird one. I am going New England, but this is another kind of weird one because even though the Saints don't have a good record, they've played a lot of these teams close. Even the Bills, they played them closer than a lot of people thought. But still, I think they should take care of business. I don't think the defensive front or anywhere on the field can keep up with the Patriots offense. Even though the Patriots offense is not really anything special. No offense to them or any Patriots fans out there. It's not anything special, but they just work well together. And their offense is just built purely on teamwork. And it's no knock to them. I mean, this is a team sport. In my eyes, the greatest team sport. But, yeah, I don't think you really have anybody taking over. And I say that even with Stephon taking over against the Bills. But I think this is going to be a game where Drake May kind of looks towards Stephon, maybe about 80 yards. Hunter Henry, a touchdown, maybe even two. Hunter Henry, in my eyes, is a very underrated tight end. I think right now he's a top 5 tight end, to be honest. He's very underrated, doesn't get talked about enough. I really like his play. But yeah, Um, taking New England 21-13. Again, not a blowout, but not a shootout. Just right there in the middle. And I think, yeah, New England should take care of business. This next game, I really don't know how to call this game. It's not even like it's not even how the Seattle or Jacksonville game is. It's just who's going to get their offense going first. I mean, we just saw Tennessee make a huge comeback against the Cardinals. They looked really good after being down 21-6 against the Cardinals. But Vegas, I mean, Geno Smith, he can't get anything going. He's got the weapons out there, but he's just throwing pick after pick after pick after pick. Cam Ward, he can get it done with his legs. He can throw the ball really well. He's definitely still learning for sure. But yeah, I don't know how to call this game. I kind of want to lean towards Tennessee Titans, and that's not me just hating on the Raiders because I'm a Niner fan, but you got to think the big win coming off the Cardinals, that they're going to carry that momentum. The Raiders are coming off, 3 L's in a row. Sorry, I live right by a freeway. I thought I heard a car accident. It's like a loud bang. I mean, but anyways, I'm kind of leaning towards the Titans to get it done in Allegiant Stadium in the Vegas home field. So this one, I'm gonna go ahead and click this one for the Titans. But yeah, next, or actually, score. My bad. Score. 17-13 Tennessee. I think it's gonna come down to the wire possibly. But yeah, that game's just weird. That's just a weird game. Here we are, Niners versus Tampa Bay. I am not going to lie. I am very scared about this game. Mac Jones has looked really good. He's gonna start again. He's still dealing with the injury. Still no Kittle. Still no Ayuk. No Ricky again. He didn't come to practice today, but I saw Jawan return to practice, and they're looking to play him this come Sunday. But Baker and Egbuka, that connection it's insane right now. Bucky Irving is doing his thing on the ground. I expect the Niners defensive line to limit that. But I mean, without Nick Bosa in there too right now, it's definitely noticeable. We can't get any pressures going really right now. I saw that in the Rams game. Other than like that first half, we had some pressures going on. We had a sack on Matthew Stafford, but yeah, Tampa Bay, their defense is solid. Definitely want to rank it high. They've gone to a lot of shootouts, a lot of comeback games, and it's come down to Baker. And I'm thinking that, Robert Saleh should get this defensive line ready for another grueler. It might come down to them again, like how it has all season. I'm low-key kind of expecting it to. Another game where I'm just sitting there in anticipation, nervous. Can't take it anymore. It's only week 6, or we're going to week 6 of football. And it's feeling like we're fighting for a spot for playoffs, even though we're 4-1, number one in the NFC. It's feeling like we're fighting for a playoff spot every week with how these games are going for the Niners. I can't switch up on my team, even though Tampa Bay has looked good, and maybe they will come out with the W. And if they do, I won't be too mad. We'll start to get our players back come next week, come week 7. Should be seeing George Kittle back. Should be seeing Ricky back. Possibly Brock, and then no Ayuk yet, but I think he should be back within like the next 2 to 3 weeks or so. I'm projecting him to come back late October. But yeah, slowly but surely, Niners are coming back. We're coming back healthy. Hopefully we can stay healthy. We all know the story of the Niners this whole decade. You just can't stay healthy. But yeah, I can't switch up on my Niners. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to the wire, and I'm calling this game 20. Honestly, it might. I don't even say 2017. It might be 2019. Honestly, like it might be one like those weird ones. I don't know. It might come down to another Eddie Pinheiro game-winning field goal, but can't switch up on my Niners. Hoping for a W. If we do get this W, it'd be massive. Going into Week 7, 5-1, and getting most of our offensive back out there. But yeah, 2019. I got Niners. This one, Green Bay versus the Bengals. I think the Green Bay Packers should take care of business. Bengals, I mean, Their defense hasn't looked too good, but they never really had like a solid defense. Offense, I mean, we all know the story. Joe Burrow won't be back until December with that grade 3 turf toe injury. Jake Browning, I mean, it's so weird. Like he starts off with 3 interceptions last week, and then all of a sudden just starts firing all cylinders. I don't know if that was the Lions defense playing lackluster, or if that was Jake Browning figuring it out in real time. But yeah, either way, Green Bay defense, I think it's a top 5 defense right now. They kind of taken a little bit of a fall off. Um, Actually, I don't know if I got them in top 5 defense. Honestly, now I might be like top 7, top 8. Still a really good defense. Michael Parsons over there, of course. That defense, they remind me a lot of, not to sound like we had like the greatest defense of all time, but they remind me a lot of a 2019-2020 defense for the Niners. How they're just everywhere on the field. It's a lot of teamwork going into that defense, and they know how to get off the field fast and put points on the board for their offense. But yeah, I got Green Bay in this one. I'm thinking 27, 27, 10. Honestly, maybe the Bengals even get 14. Who knows? But yeah, I think Packers should come out with the very, I wouldn't say very easy, but a reasonable easy W here in this game. So next one we got Lions versus Chiefs. Y'all already know how I feel about the Chiefs. Don't like them. Praying for a loss on their hands, and I think the Lions can get it done. Lions has looked really, really good since week 1 after that upsetting loss against the Packers. Looks like that was like a little bit of a wake-up call, even though, it's only week 1. 1 L was not bad, of course, especially in week 1 or early in the season. But it looks like it was for them. Like, hey, let's get it going, especially on the defensive end. But yeah, I'm thinking the Lions. I'm honestly, I don't know if this is just me being a Chiefs hater, but I'm honestly expecting a blowout. I mean, I don't see the Chiefs really doing anything. I mean, they have Trent McDuffie, that defensive front. What are these noises I'm hearing? That one was outside of my door. Not in my house, but like outside my apartment. But I mean, defense on the Chiefs has been okay, but I don't really think they can stop Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams. I mean, they just got so many weapons on the offense. Jared Goff, probably the most accurate thrower right now. It has been in my eyes for the longest time. But yeah, I'm expecting somewhat of a blowout. Probably I think the Lions do put a lot of points on the board. The only way that Chiefs win this one is if they get into a shootout and they can match that shootout kind of gameplay with the Lions, but it's very hard to. It's not easy whatsoever. Dan Campbell is very aggressive on offense. But yeah, I'm thinking, honestly, right now, 35-21. I know I said a blowout, but I think the Chiefs probably get a touchdown in garbage time, low-key. But yeah, 35-21, I got the Lions. This one, kind of a weird one for me, too. I mean, we all know the Bills, a very well-oiled machine, both offensively and defensively. Even with the lack of, I guess you could say, star players, especially on offense and somewhat of the defense, too. But they just work really well. I mean, gotta give props to Sean McDermott for coaching that team and then getting them to where they are, even after losing key players a couple years ago. But James Cook, he's looking unreal. Kind of had a lackluster game against the Patriots this past week, but Josh Allen was still doing Josh Allen things. Threw another pick. I think it was a big mistake by him. Obviously, a pick is a big mistake, but it wasn't very Josh Allen like. I mean, it was just a bad decision overall. But yeah, the Bills, I think they should take care of business against the Falcons. But the Falcons, I've kind of ramped it up offensively. They don't really have much of a good defense. But I think Josh Allen should still take care of business. It might be one of these games where he just runs it in for 2 touchdowns. James Cook gets 1 or 2. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking of a shootout, maybe ish. I got Bills 30, Falcons 21. It'll be a closer game until it's not a closer game, if that makes any sense. Like, you know how the Bills do. Like, they pull away out of nowhere, and you don't really notice it until clocks hit zero or whatever, or if Josh Allen's just having another career game. But I got the Bills in this one. Uh, Next game is gonna be what should we call it? Why am I blanking? The Bears and the Commanders. I got the Commanders in this one. Bears offensively has looked really good under Ben Johnson. Defense solid, but I don't think. I mean, not that I don't think they definitely can contain Jaden Daniels, especially on the outside run. And the Commanders got a young rookie running back who's playing really well right now. Not getting much yards on the ground in my opinion, but he's definitely good for the red zone. And he's finding the red zone as well. Debo, Niner, came from the Niners. He's playing really good. Probably the best year he's had since our Super Bowl run 2 years ago. And he's projected for about 1,200 yards already that I've seen. Debo's playing really good. Zach Ertz, they might look to him with that short pass, the screen passes, and just to pick up some yards, get Jaden Daniels back into the system of it. He just came off an injury last week. But I got Commanders. I don't think this will be a shootout. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game at all from both teams though. So I got Commanders 17-14 honestly. They haven't really looked like themselves since last year, really. Bears, they're just a weird team just to just predict on. One day they can look like they're just a top 5 offense. Next day they have a bottom 5 offense. I don't know what it is about them. They're just a weird team to try to bet on. Same thing with the Commanders. They're both in a weird spot. But yeah, it's just gonna come down to who can really score the first touchdown. I don't think it will be coming down to who can score the last touchdown. I mean, it could. Had that crazy game winner last year out of the Commanders. But yeah, I got Washington in this one, 2014. But yeah, those are my predictions right now. I still gotta decide this one right here, Seattle and Jaguars. I gotta look more into this one. I really don't know how to call it, but like I said before, leaning towards Seattle. But if Jaguars come away with it, it would not surprise me. Same thing with Seattle though. This one's just a weird one. It's gonna be high intense football. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to show support to the channel, and let me know if you like videos like this and if you want more to be put out. But yeah, see you guys later.